important and relevant.
And staying important, relevant, and in the market, what are you doing in terms of pricing? How much one pays for your cars?
Okay, so Corona Kofi or whatever, coronavirus messed up this huge announcement we wanted to to announce to Ghanaians. The government has approved finally our tax exemption and no duty. I mean, all the cars that we're going to manufacture from the next manufacturing date are all going to be tax-free. We're not going to pay import duties.
So are you announcing this for the first time on Lockdown GH?
I'm announcing on your program for the first time.
Right.
So, I mean, after the next manufacturing date is set, all the vehicles that will be manufactured from that date are going to be tax-free. Means the duty component is going to be taken out of the vehicle. So if a car that is going for, let's say, 170,000 could come to 150,000, a car that was being sold for 150,000 would be sold for 130,000. If the duty was 15,000 and the vehicle was around, let's say, 75,000, means you're going to buy it for like 60,000 Ghana cedis here. So there's going to be a lot of reduction in the vehicle sales of the Kantanka cars.
Well, one of the things I've heard people say about your cars is that they feel if you went the Indian way, the Indians have all those small cars, like what people use for Uber. I'm sure you've heard it yourself. If you went more into manufacturing those cars, you'd get a lot more Ghanaians patronizing those cars. I mean, people want to get into their taxi businesses. That's what they want to buy. People have maybe 2-3 cars at home. They need a car to do the running around at home. That's the kind of car they would want to spend money on. What have you thought of getting a lot more of the smaller cars, vehicles out there, so people can buy, then competitively priced compared to what is imported?
Okay, so I'm going to answer that question in 2 parts. The first part is making smaller cars or saloon cars are more hard to do than making the big ones. I mean, it's very funny to even believe that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to me.
If I had a pen and a paper and I was to show you how
is it because of the smaller components that you have to put together?
Let me finish. This is, let's say, a frame of a vehicle, the chassis.
Right.
Okay. Good.
Right.
And you would have to. So you just put the skeleton up here. Skeleton. This is the skeleton. Right. You just put a cross in between, cross here. Then you put plates on it, and that is a bus with an engine beneath it. But with a little car, like let's say this Indian vehicles that we have, I don't want to mention names. The small ones that we have there. Yeah, it has no frame under it. It has to do with this monocoque, semi-monocoque design that you have to build the car around.
But hold on, before you even continue with that, if it has no frame, from where I sit, the frame is what actually protects whoever sits in the car. Am I wrong?
Frames are being put under 4x4 vehicles, the chassis. You understand?
Right.
So that makes the complexity of little cars. Now, where we started from, we were thinking, okay, Ghana, this is Ghana. If we're going to build cars, let's start building cars that has a very good base. So, I mean, looking at the roads that we have, if you're going to build smaller vehicles here and looking at how they're going to be coming back and you having problems, it was our first time going into the automobile industry. So we had to come up with something that we were sure of.